Hey, it's working.
Working.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. Morning, everyone, and welcome to our service for today. I guess, Bill, we're going to get started with you with some opening song.
Okay, I'll start with a Bob Dylan song. I've been listening to Bob Dylan lately, and I didn't realize he had written this one. I knew the song from long ago, but it's a beautiful song. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to me at all. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. I can't see my reflection in the water, I can't speak sounds that show no pain, I can't hear the echo of my footsteps, I can't remember the sound of my own name. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. There's beauty in the silver singing river, there's beauty in the sunrise in the sky, but none of these and nothing else can match the beauty that I remember in my true love's eyes. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding, only if she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again, then I'd lie in my bed once again.
Perfect. So let's just all take a beautiful deep breath in and close our eyes for just a moment. Oh, sweet spirit, we bring you into our hearts, our minds, our beings today. We allow you into every cell of our bodies. We bring you into every aspect of our lives. We allow your presence and your power to move in and through us, bringing all aspects of our lives back to perfect harmony and balance, so that the greater beauty, the joy, the love, the health, the prosperity, the oneness that you have for each and every one of us becomes a part of our lives. And so it is. Amen and amen. And I guess you're going to sing Surely the Presence in the Lord's Prayer. Hey.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the light is in this place. I can feel her mighty power and her grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the light is in this place. And the Lord's Prayer. Our Father and Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Oh, amen.
Thank you, Bill. Well, since Barbara isn't here, I don't have our next section or the daily word with me. So we're just going to pop right into the talk and meditation for today. Unless anyone has a daily word. Stella, do you have a daily word that you could read?
Stella's muted. You can't
That's
hear
right.
her.
I do, but not necessarily from this year. I can open
Doesn't
it
matter.
up.
Doesn't
Okay, I'll
matter.
be right back.
All right. We're just winging it today, and that's fine too.
Before your talk, I think I have one more song too. But
Okay,
after
well,
that,
while she's
no.
getting that, why don't you go ahead and sing your song?
I can do that. It's an old gospel song.
Perfect.
Tempted and tried, we're oft made to wonder why. I didn't start that right. Hang on a second. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, got it. I was ready for the the other. Tempted and tried, we're oft made to wonder why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others living about us, never molested, though in the wrong. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. When death has come and taken our loved ones, it leaves our homes so lonely and drear. Then do we wonder why others prosper, living so wicked year after year? Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Faithful till death, saith our loving Master. Short is our time to labor and wait. then will our toiling seem to be nothing when we shall pass the heavenly gate. Farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. We'll understand it all by and by.
Awesome. Awesome. So Stella, are you there for the daily word?
Yes, I am.
All right. Would you like to just read that for us, please?
Sure. I am one with God's protecting presence. If fear or worry seep into my mind, I bring my thoughts back to God. I feel protected and safe as I realize that God's love and power live in me. In prayer, I affirm my inner divine light guides me at all times and in all things. I trust that nothing I face in life is greater than God. As a spiritual being, I know the power of God is always mine to call upon. I extend this knowing to my loved ones. I release them into the presence of God with this prayer. Wherever you are, God is. My words enfold them in the presence of divine love within them, which holds them securely no matter what they may be facing. I have abiding faith they are able to bravely face anything that comes their way. And from Psalm 40, verse 11, I guess that's how you read it. Let your steadfast love and your faithfulness keep me safe forever.
Thank you. And then Bill, if you could close your video down, that way then I would be the only one that would be on the screen. That would be great. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our service for October 22nd. Hard to believe that we are moving that far into October. So today's talk is entering the vibration of harmony. So, during most of our everyday lives, we go through many different emotions and hold, a lot of diverse vibrations because of it. And each emotion that we have holds a vibration specific to it. And we can tap when we can tap into a specific vibration and hold it for a period of time, our world begins to reflect that vibration in all of our lives. So the vibration of harmony is one of the most important vibrations we can learn to hold in our lives to begin to smooth out all the areas of our lives that we live within. And when we can hold the vibration of harmony for any length of time, it actually is allowing our mind, body, heart, and soul to become aligned with each other. And that steps up the process of our healing in all areas. What also happens, though, is that the parts of us that want to stay in conflict in some way, anger, frustration, whatever, begin to unravel, and that can set up a conflict inside of us. We want to be in harmony with everything around us. But then those parts of us that also want to be in judgment and condemnation may not want to give up their hold on us and may fight to stay in judgment and condemnation or whatever it is that they're in. And this is where what's called self-inquiry comes in. When we can fully stay in the moment more and more often during the day, self-inquiry becomes very easy. What am I feeling right now? Ooh, I seem to be in anger. What for? Why? Metcon states that just asking the question without even really looking for an answer actually begins to dissipate the energy of what we're feeling at that moment. And it brings things back into harmony. All we have to do is sit in the silence with our full attention on this very moment. We're not thinking about the future or the past. We're just sitting in this moment and just observing what is taking place inside of us right now. So the next major key to coming back into harmony is to recognize that this very moment is exactly as it was meant to be. And that's a huge one to recognize. This moment is exactly as it was meant to be. Coming into ourselves for self-inquiry, to really take stock of what we're thinking and feeling and asking, why am I thinking or feeling this way, is one thing. But looking at each and every moment and acknowledging that it is exactly as it was meant to be is another. And that one we really may want to fight and struggle with. What do you mean that this was meant to be? I don't want it to be this way. I want it to be this other way. And yet when we struggle with how things are and want them to be different, then we are really out of harmony with the moment itself. And that creates what Matt Kahn calls energy leaks in our entire system. The energy that could be going to healing and prospering us is sent out in a way that is actually draining our entire energetic and physical bodies of their full life force. And one of the prime energy leaks is the constant desire to negotiate and barter with source to make things different than what they are. You know, that negotiating and bartering sets up real disruptive energy patterns in our field. Whereas when we are ready to truly heal and integrate all that source has for us, then we just let this moment be this moment, just as it appears. No fighting with it, just allowing this moment to come and go just as it wants to. Letting this moment be exactly as it is. That is being in harmony with reality, this manifest reality. So harmony is actually the acceptance of whatever is happening in this moment from one breath to the next, and accepting that it is exactly the way it was planned to be. And of course, this is also called surrender. A surrender to something greater and higher than ourselves. We've all been given free will to choose our lives as we wish, but our real free will is actually in deciding how, in harmony or out of harmony with this moment, we choose to be. You know, there's an old statement that goes something like, this is where the rubber meets the road. Well, the rubber meets the road in every moment of our lives. And when we are given a choice on how we are going to react or act towards any event going on in our lives, the universe is simply giving us an invitation every moment that goes to see how in harmony you're willing to be in that very moment. How in harmony you choose to be will determine how quickly you heal and integrate all that source is handing out to you. You know, we can take all our questions and concerns and just set them aside and say to ourselves, this is exactly the moment, the way this moment was created to be. This is exactly the way this moment was created to be. I don't like it, but I'm going to love who I am becoming. Because every time we choose harmony, we are actually becoming a greater and more advanced spiritual being. I don't have to like it, but I'm going to love who I am becoming. So just by making these statements, we are surrendering the need to negotiate, to question the universe, And we know that we are co-creators with the universe. But before we can really start co-creating with the universe the way we really want to, and really start activating the law of attraction in the way that we desire, we first have to surrender into the harmony of how things are. It's almost like you have to be in harmony with how life is, every little moment of every single day. And maybe you don't choose those things to be the way they present themselves in some moment, but by choosing to be in harmony, we can just say, well, I don't care for this, but I choose to be in harmony with the way life is taking shape and form right now. I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to surrender this moment to source and know that all of this is for my highest and best good. And we can even make the statement, I choose to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be, but I know it's for my highest and best. I know it's for my highest and best. You could even say, wow, life, I didn't choose it to be this way, but you're giving me a chance to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be. And how amazing a surrender that you are being given a chance to do. We don't have to like all of life, but every time we choose to go back to surrendering and back into harmony, we are actually pulling more of the Christ force energy into us and through us, and allowing that energy to go out to heal the world. So in order to be a conscious co-creator, and in order to have the will to co-create with the divine, we have to bring divinity to every part of ourselves, every part of our lives. And that's what surrender does. It allows all the aspects of ego to grow really into a more fully realized, self-aware, self-responsible expression of divinity. Just like seasons come and go one to the next, everything happens in cycles and seasons. We all will have and do have seasons where we have to surrender the wheel of our decisions. We have to live in moments that we did not consciously choose to look the way they look and feel the way they feel. But we will have to make the choice to choose how much in harmony we will be in the moments we didn't choose to be the way they are. And this is where we're really testing our faith that the universe does have a plan for each of us. I may not like it right now, but I will love who I'm becoming. Because we are fully surrendered to the universe and have found the harmony that comes from surrendering those choices, we then and more fully co-create with the universe, using every moment to choose to be in harmony with whatever the universe is bringing us. We can then make conscious choices to co-create. The universe, in its infinite liberated reality, will create anything it needs to create in order for all of this manifest reality to get on the same page of loving. And we don't actually need to know why things are happening the way they are. We just need to know that it's all a part of a much bigger, more extraordinary plan of consciousness awakening in our hearts, our neighbors' hearts, our communities, and our world. So how harmoniously can we be with this moment? There is an extraordinary reason why things are the way they are. Every single thing in our life is happening for a truly extraordinary reason. And once we are in harmony with this moment, or at least once our intention is to give our attention to being in harmony with this moment, harmony begins to take over our energetic field. So when we decide to be in harmony with the moment, we need to ask ourselves, what are we feeling right now? So instead of going to our minds, we go to our bodies, we go to our hearts, and we ask ourselves, what do I feel just sitting here? And let's say the answer is bored. Then we just ask ourselves, well, what is bored? Or what is frustration? What is anger? What is sorrow? What is sadness? Whatever comes up, just ask the question, what is it? But without wanting an answer. And the thing is that when we ask without wanting an answer, the feeling many times can begin to lessen and dissipate because the feeling nature has no answer. Our minds want to answer, but the feeling nature has no answer. So just keep paying attention to what comes up and then dissipates until the feeling of harmony comes over you. And you can be surprised at how quickly this can happen. So instead of holding a question, waiting for an answer, we actually just meet the moment in harmony. You know, we have a lot of questions that we could ask, like, what is confusion? What is needing to be in control? What does it mean when I don't get my way? What is frustration, hopelessness, sorrow, sadness? It could go on and on and on. And the thing is, it's so important to know that you are feeling something and then ask what that feeling is and not want an answer. We just stay in our feeling nature, not going to our minds. And by doing this, we actually gain the conscious power to actually be in a space that you can actually choose how to respond to your experiences instead of getting sucked into, you know, the whole unconscious thing of reacting to experiences. We begin to act with experiences. And the more times throughout our day that we can return to this harmony aspect of our being, the more energy that we actually preserve within our own being for our own healing and integration and joy, life, love. You know, life will decide when it's time for us to know why things are happening the way they are. And until then, it's just our opportunity to choose to be in harmony with the way we don't choose life to be. Whatever arises is our opportunity to use this powerful process of inquiry to ask the question, what is this? And then just wait and feel the energy dissipate. And even if that part of us is fighting us, not wanting to dissipate, we don't have to fight the things that are fighting us. We're just choosing to be in harmony. We're actually saying to ourselves, I choose to be in harmony with this way that I didn't choose life to be. And we're saying that this moment is exactly the way it was created to be. I don't have to like it, but I will love who I am becoming. And I will choose to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be. You know, however, if we find ourselves in a dangerous or unsafe situation, we can find the harmony in ourselves while removing ourselves from the situation. We can go to a place of harmony within us and walk away from unsafe situations. And unsafe doesn't necessarily be to be finding yourself in a physically abusive situation. We can also find ourselves in emotionally abusive situations where someone is telling us something that is hurtful to us, or maybe it's just somebody that we meet once in a while who gossips and gossips and gossips about somebody else. We don't have to stay in the energy of that because that is disruptive to us. We can hear what's being said. We can feel inside of our bodies. we can listen to that feeling and we can walk away. And then we can move back to the place of harmony. The universe wants us to be safe and happy, in harmony, in peace. And moving out of a situation may be the most harmonious thing we can do for ourselves. So for those of us not in unsafe situations, which we really are in most of the time, we can just go within, ask ourselves, what is this? And just allow the feelings to leave. We go back to the place of harmony within for the moment that is happening. I choose to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be, but I know it's for my highest and best. I may not like what is happening right now, but I love what I am becoming. And when we understand what we are becoming, which is a fully integrated divine spiritual being who can hold love for all things at all moments, we can truly love that we are and becoming more of an expression. So I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes and go to that place inside, that place where you go when you are in meditation, when you go to that place inside to meet Source, to meet the Christ of your being. And I invite you to take a deep breath in and just relax. I choose to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be. But I know it's for my highest and best. I may not like what's happening right now, but I love what I am becoming. We're going to say that one more time. I choose to be in harmony with the way I didn't choose life to be, but I know it's for my highest and best. I may not like what is happening right now, but I love what I am becoming. And let's just sit with that for a few moments. Right now, I choose to be in harmony with life as it is, as it's presenting itself to me right now. I choose to be in harmony with life, with God, with love, and with all that is. And so it is. Amen and amen. So Bill, you can unmute yourself and bring your video back up.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I guess it's time for our peace song.
Okay.
I just want to thank everyone who's here today for being with us, and blessings to each and every one of you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let